Hello, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the tutorial number 8. It is under 2D card game programming. This is what we did in the previous video. We create a game screen class. So now let's try to run. So we can see that it is working. So we can see that we have another screen. This will be the game screen. So this is where we will put our game object and other entities that is for our actual gameplay now. So okay, so now let me just create a utility class, and this class will be used for debugging game world while we are in development process. Let's just create a new package, call it utility. Okay. Then we will copy and paste the code that I have already written, since I don't want to rewrite it again. But let us just first create a class, camera helper. Okay, and you will see how it is very helpful when creating games. Create class, camera helper. Yes, and you just need to copy and paste this code. Okay, so we have it. Just put it there. We have a lot of errors, but don't worry, you can just fix this by importing. Just need to import these packages. We have vector 2, position of the camera. You can just import. We have few errors. Now we need to fix all. Yes, and just import. This camera helper will help us to debug our gameplay during the development, so we can see if our objects are positioned correctly inside our game world or not. Now we need to go to our game screen, so we will instantiate this debugger. But first, we need to declare some attributes. We just give up some spacing. We just declare some attribute. So we will declare private orthographic camera, private viewer. Then we need to initialize our camera and view for. We need to go here. Camera will be equal to new photographic camera vector parameters. Viewport will be equal to new feed. Viewport feed game code feed. So this is the size of our game world. Inside, pass in our camera. Then we make an instance of our camera helpers. Private camera helper. We initialize our camera helper. So camera helper equal to new camera helper with more parameters, and then we need to have starting position of our camera helper. So we need to set the starting position for the camera helper. So camera helper that set start position. and position will be at the center of our game world. So we get it from our game config world center X and world center Y. World center Y. So this is the center of our game world. So remember, we have declared the variable center X, which is the center of our world width and the center of our world height. Okay, so now we need to make that our game screen. So this will be the starting position of our camera debugger. Now you can now call the camera helper handle. First we will query some inputs events by delta. So by delta time we need to query some inputs if there are events occurred in our keyboards, and then we need to keep track of the case before we will apply it to our camera. So we need to go camera helper that apply to our camera instance for camera. So we have camera. Now to see if our camera helper is really working, we just need to make an instance of our player class. You can just declare our player as player. We need to initialize our player, so we just initialize our player to new player with no parameter. We need to have a position of our player, so we can just declare private start player X, or player X. We can call player X. Player X will be, for example, 1, and we can put it to center, so we can just divide the read world read divided by 2. So this will put our player into the X center of our world widths, and we can also set position for the Y and just write or pass a value or send a value with 1, and we can position our player, set position to player X, player Y. Now, since we already created a method to debug our player body, we have a method that accept parameter shape renderer, which is used to render a shape using orthographic projection. So we can inspect its documentation. We have also a sample how to use shape renderer. So whenever we will draw some, for example, line, we do some line, so we need to call begin and end. So let us implement that method into our we already implemented method into our game object base. Let us now go to our game screen and see how it works. So we can first, we need to update our viewport will be update to width and height of our application window. and we need to center our camera. We can just to debug our player, we can just declare instance of shape renderer. Maybe shape renderer renderer will be equal to shape renderer with no parameters to debug. To render some shape, we need to call this method renderer.set, which is shown matrix, and tell our camera to combine, which is shown to combine renderer.begin, renderer.end. Shape type will be shape renderer shape type. So we misspell. So shape type will be line for now, and between these two methods we will call our method inside of our game object base. So we can just tell our renderer or player, actually player, so we can just tell our player to render debug. So we have method render debug in our game object base, and we need to pass renderer. So now if we run our game, we should see, we click play, so we can see we have player in the so we have a player, and it is in the middle, start in the x-axis. So when we position our player, we can see that it is in the middle of our world width. So okay, so now in the next tutorial we can continue with this lesson. So we have already created the camera helper, and in the next tutorial we will create another utility class, which is viewport utility, and so we will use it for drawing grid lines, so we can position correctly our game object. And thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please do subscribe to support my channel.